The live is on.
You know, I really, really love this intro of Pools.
Poole have got a lot of things right, to be fair.
They have. Sweet as a nut. So it's a very good Wednesday evening as we bring you Shoot Some Shale powered by D&D Media for the 21st time this season. I know, we're getting old. And it's a warm welcome to our watch along this evening to tonight's Championship Knockout Cup semi-final. First leg between the Poole Pirates and the Scunthorpe Scorpions. So obviously, last time these two teams met was in the Knockout Cup final last year with the Scorpions coming out victorious on aggregate. Don't quite know what's going on there with laptop, but we're all good to go. I need to turn my camera off.
So do I.
And yeah, so a highly, highly contested meeting. I am world famous Scunny Dan, Redcar Dan, Speedway fan Dan, however you know me from Twitter. Joined by Mr. Dylan Hodgetts tonight, as always. Dylan, how we doing? Me old fruit.
Yeah, all good, mush. All good. Looking forward to some Speedway before I get banned from watching it for 2 weeks on my holidays.
Well, you've earned a break. We've put up for Alan for too long,
Yeah, that's true.
and there is another event on this evening in Oxford, and Oxford, I do believe, are taking on the Berwick Bandits. If you want to run down them lineups, Mr. Dill.
Can do that, Squire, can do that. For the Oxford Cheaters, Oxford TV's no more for tonight. Although it says shoot some shower watch along 22 on the bottom of this one, Mr. Barmer.
My apologies, it could have been wrong. I'm not good at maths.
For the Oxford Cheaters, Sam Masters rides at number 1. It's Cameron Heaps at 2. Ashton Bowden moves into the main body of the side at number 3 with Jordan Jenkins at 4. Scott Nichols goes at 5. Luke Killeen at 6, and there is a change to the lineup from this graphic. Connor Coles now guests at number 7. For the Berwick Bandits, Lewis Kerr rides at number 1. It's Daniel Hume, or otherwise known as Bob, rides at number 2. Drew Kemp at 3. Leon Flint at 4. Jai Etheridge at 5. Freddie Hodder at 6. And Joe Thompson at 7. Obviously Leon Flint and Joe Thompson are guests. Palmer, you're meant to watch.
For the Cheaters, I've gone for Ashton Bowden. I think, he's been at reserve now for Oxford for a while, and he's just moved up into the main body of the team. And it's going to be really interesting to see how he gets on. So he's my man to watch for Oxford. And for Berwick, I'm just going to say Leon Flint, because he's riding for his dad.
I'm going to go with the same as you for Oxford. Ashton Bowden, he's definitely got better as the season's gone on around the Sandy Lanes circuit. So we'll see how he gets on. For Berwick, it's one of either Lewis Kerr or Drew Kemp. I'm going to go for Lewis Kerr, though I think both have recently been released by Oxford in the Premiership, so they're both going to come back with a point to prove. And to be fair, Lewis Kerr can fly around this track when he's on form, so I think he'll have a point to prove to the Oxford management tonight. And for the meeting you're covering, Palmer, lineups are on screen now.
So going for the Poole Pirates then, at number 1 is ever reliable Richard Lawson. At number 2, Tobias Thompson. At number 3, Ben Cook. Number 4, his brother, Zach Cook. At number 5, Tom Brennan. At 6, Sam Hagan. And at number 7, Vincent Ford. And at number 1 for Scunthorpe is Michael Palm-Toft. Captain Simon Lambert goes at number 2. Jake Allen goes at 3, with Connor Mountain at number 4. Kyle Howarth rides at 5. Nathan Ablett rides at 6. And Luke Harrison rides at number 7. Who are you meant to watch and why?
For Poole, I'm going to go for Zach Cook. He was fantastic on Monday guesting for Birmingham. That might have been just the start of the upturn in form for Zach. Wasn't fantastic at Redcar last Friday, but knows Wimborne Road like the back of his hand now, so I think he'll be fine. For the Scorpions, I'm going to say Luke Harrison. He's having a good bit of form at the moment. He's upped his average. Scunny's 2 reserves are probably the best 2 in the league for pure improvement, and I think Luke will carry that on a bit tonight. I think he should certainly have the beating of his opposite number if Iniford can stay on his bike. I'd expect he'll give Sam Hagan a push as well, to be honest. Who are yours?
So for the Pirates, I've gone for Tom Brennan. I was really impressed with him at Redcar on Friday, and he just oozes professionalism. Even when you just like having a little chinwag with him, just oozes professionalism, and I do feel as though he's going to be in for a very, very good night tonight. And for the Scorpions, I've gone for the number 3. I've gone for Jake Allen. He needs a good night, and he's not been on the bike in a while, but he needs a really good night tonight, and hopefully he can have another decent night like he did in October.
Dan Winchester has just messaged me saying he's watching along, so a good evening to Mr. Winchester.
Good evening, Daniel, me old fruit. Well, that's tickled your pickle, sir.
There has been a little bit of rain at Poole around 10-15 minutes ago, but it has stopped now.
A bit of natural watering never hurt anybody,
Nobody
unless it
likes that.
does.
Nobody likes that artificial water, do they?
Oh no, not the artificial water.
Oh no, not out of the bottle. It's got to come out of the sky.
But what if it comes from underground? Is that not artificial?
Don't know. Might be a bit dirty.
Might have to ask Mr. Fan Power.
Pool stream now, looking at the team lineups. And this will be our last watch along for the few weeks as well, Palmer.
Yeah, that it will. Obviously you're going on your little jollies for a couple of weeks. Definitely not jealous at all. But you know, it's just how it is. You know, Dill's earned a break, and you know, let's be honest, we all need a break, especially from Alan. So yeah, so this is our last one before Dill goes on his holidays on Sunday, and well, I'll be switching between here and Middlesbrough and work.
No rest for the weary.
No rest for the tired. Mush, you know how it is.
No Alan tonight. He's got an
And the crowd go wild.
He's got an STS meeting, but in all honesty, Alan wasn't going to be on here anyway tonight. It was supposed to be Cal, but Cal's on call at work as well, so he couldn't jump on. So it's just the old duo tonight.
People call us the Ant and Deck of Speedway,
And those people are balmy.
which is not as northern.
But you work for Northern Scaffold, is that not Northern?
Well, it's northern enough. Just not quite as northern as what it could be.
And we'll leave that as it is. Still looking at the team lineups. No, they're gone. We should be getting the parade shortly. There's Michael Palmtoft sitting and chilling. Not had the best of fortunes around this Wimborne Road track in his previous visits here, has he?
No. And a little change to Scunthorpe tonight. David Howe not managing the team tonight, so they've got Rob Godfrey.
You ain't going to miss who those Scunny riders are. Look at how big their bloody names are.
They're a bit big, like, aren't they?
And I'm going to hazard to guess, I might be wrong here, I could be clutching at straws, but Connor Mountain's race number is 57.
How did you guess?
Because it's very big and written on his bum.
Well, there's only you that would look at that sort of part of a human body, Mush.
Rob Dyer speaking to Simon Lambert. Underrated captain is old Si, obviously a D&D media sponsored rider this year. Michael Palmtoft getting his sponsoring.
Can you blame him? Yeah, Simon's an underrated rider in my opinion. To be fair, he's been a loyal servant to British Speedway and Scunthorpe. Rob Godfrey lurking round in the background. But yeah, to be fair to Si though as well, he's been racing the past couple of weeks with pneumonia, so hopefully he's feeling a bit better now. And Rob Godfrey looks quite worried.
I hate that sponsor, the Ellie Rose. It doesn't blend in as well as the Attis.
Yeah, I do see your point. Hopefully there'll be a completely brand new design next year.
Who knows, eh?
Who knows?
Craigie Hurl, who's actually at Poole tonight, in the comments. What a fella.
Well, a guy, good evening, Mr. Craig. Hope you're doing well, and I hope you enjoy the meeting. Luke Harrison having a chinwag with Sam Hagen there.
Rob Dyer speaking to Thomas Brennan. What a fella.
And Vinnie Ford looks even more of a woman than he did last week.
Let's hope he stays on his bike tonight. Craig Earl said to me not long ago that he was going to sellotape his legs to the footrest so he stays on. It's good thinking.
At least you're honest. So I've just been told, I don't know if you've seen the message as well, but it's meeting delayed.
I ain't surprised by that. They had a little bit of rain. Craig Hurl says he's protecting his average tonight. Well, you got to do what you got to do, Hurley, you know what I mean?
He does know knockout cup meetings don't count towards your average, doesn't he?
Oh, he's talking about STS, mucker.
Ah, fair enough, at least he's honest.
At least he is honest.
At least he's honest.
News from Oxford is Oxford have won the toss and take gates in 15. Berwick have taken 1 and 3 in heat 1.
Oh, goodness gracious me. Run. Just run.
Why?
We've seen Rob Godfrey with a smile on his face.
Why hasn't
when
anyone
Rob
tried that already? What's that, Craig? Sellotaping Vinnie Ford's legs to his bike?
It was on.
I refuse to believe this. There's somebody in our comment section.
No. Well. Good evening to those in the comments section.
Or 4 people. 3 people now.
3 people, wow. Hello people.
Craig, is it still raining there? It looks a little bit moist. Although the dog track,
Right.
where the dog track used to be, still looks bone dry.
And the stream's gone. Please bear with 2 moments. Reload. Straight on mute. There we go.
And if anybody wants to watch the meeting with Scotty Mitchell on the commentary, what a legend that fella is, then you can go over to Poole's website and purchase the meeting pass for $11.99.
Absolute bargain.
The tallest scunny rider and the shortest scunny rider side by side. What could go wrong?
Even the 17-year-old's taller than the little palm tree.
And riders not coming out with their bikes tonight, which after the meeting at Redcar the other night is probably a good thing for Vinnie Ford when he crashed on parade.
Well, apparently, for what I've been told and what I understand, it wasn't even something of Vinnie's fault.
Yeah, his throttle stuck.
It's just one of them things that happens, you know, and the same thing happened to Zane Kennedy at Scunny a couple of years ago, if you
Yeah, I do remember
that awful incident.
Richard Lawson coming out on parade with his cup of tea, just chucking his cup on the centre green, you know, why not?
Littering that, get him done by Poole City Council. And we've got video footage.
Well, we haven't, but we won't snitch if they don't.
Well, where is that? There's the Poole boys just taking a look at track conditions.
Poole's Kevlars are still the best in the league. I'll say this every week.
Yeah, even when we're doing Oxford Radio and Poole are involved, you say it.
They're beautiful Kevies.
They have grown on me, to be fair, this season. So
ironically, Poole's Kevies are white, yet they've still got more colour in them than some of the Scunny boys who have started to wash out.
Yeah, but Poole like to spend money on their suits, and we just get whatever's cheapest.
At least you're honest. I do like Scunnies, they've grown on me as well, to be fair.
think last year's was a bit better, to be fair.
I do like the flow yellow down the side, although I don't understand why some of them have got knockout cup champions written on and some haven't.
I think the ones that haven't have had their suit manufactured elsewhere.
It's fair enough. A lot of finger pointing going on at people. I think there's some Poole Speedway equipment fund things being handed out. They do this to their home riders throughout the season, don't they?
I did see something on the British Speedway forum earlier today, the ultimate source of reliable Speedway information. Richard Lawson and Vinnie Ford are getting a little presentation.
Yeah, it was Richard Lawson's. They do a collection for the season and split it evenly between the riders who represent Poole. Richard Lawson's turn tonight to get that, and Vinnie Ford, who had to withdraw at Poole the other day, red car the other day with injury, but the general consensus is that he totaled both of his bikes.
No, he certainly did something.
You were at that meeting. Were them crashes as dramatic as they looked on the old stream?
The one in the parade was very, very spectacular, and we are obviously glad that he got up and walked away. The one in his in Heat 2, I don't think was as dramatic as what it may have sounded.
It was bunching, weren't it? It was just one of those things. But he does seem a nice fella. He's got himself grounded, and his head's sort of not getting too big with any of the the success he's having. And
well, with the amount of air he's got on that head, he can't get big.
It's true, yeah. But he does seem like a nice fella.
Yeah, his dad's sound as well. He said hello to me on Friday, and yeah, lovely people.
Looks a tad bit breezy down on the south coast tonight. Everyone in coats and everything. This time last week we were all sat in hoodies and t-shirts and shorts.
To be fair, Milsh, I'm sat in my trackies here in a t-shirt. It is a bit colder than what it has been just recently.
Luke Harrison on the screen. You know a little bit more about this than me, but he's been out in Poland for a few days.
Yeah, he did a couple of days out in Poland. I believe he was racing out there last night. I could be wrong. And he was at Lublin practicing with Bartosz Marzlik on Monday. So, not a bad mentor to have.
Absolutely not. Just don't get Bartek going around a British track because he doesn't like them.
Well, there is that.
And split loyalties for you now, Palmer. Half towards Scunny, half towards Redcar. So you've got two dogs in the fight now.
Yeah, up the Scorpions, up the Bears. Yeah, I'm not gonna go into detail on here with everything that's gone on, because they are private matters. But what could I say?
But Scunny boys look really relaxed actually. Sion, the Palm Tree, and Jake Allen all having a laugh there. Everyone just looks relaxed.
Guy looks like he's had about 40 fags.
Not Carl Wilkinson levels yet then.
No, his say he probably has had 40 fags. But no, to be fair, the thing with Scunthorpe this year more than any other year is they're more of a team. So you do sort of get that relaxed atmosphere, which, to be fair, could help them.
Poole seem to have that as well. There's a lot of youth in this Poole team, with Tom Brennan being relatively young. You've got Zach and Ben Cook who are still quite young as well. Tobias Thompson's not the oldest fella, and then the two reserves are quite young as well. The sort of elder statesman, if you like, of the team is just Richard Lawson.
I think Richard Lawson's the only one in that team the opposite side of 30, isn't he?
Yeah. So there is a lot of youthfulness on the Poole side as well.
Yeah, just going through parades, so I'll just whack my mobile cellular device on. and see what's going down in the old comments.
Nothing since Hurley commented. If Winchester's still watching, give us your predictions, Winchester. Give us something.
I could tell you we've got 2 people watching.
I can tell you there's been an update from Oxford if you want it.
Well, we may as well. While we're waiting, like.
Hit number 1 from Oxford was won by the rider in red, Sam Masters. Second in blue was Cameron Heaps, and third in yellow was our mate Bob or Daniel Hume. Lewis Kerr was at the back, and heat number 2 was stopped in the interests of safety. Freddie Hodder clipped the back wheel of Connor Coles on bend 3. Hodder was up and okay, but disqualified, and at the time of the stoppage, Joe Thompson was in the lead of the race.
That always seems to happen to Joe Thompson, doesn't it?
He ain't the luckiest of fellas, is he?
No. I'm not saying he's on par with someone like Adam Royden, but he's getting that way, isn't he?
Yeah, he's not the luckiest of chaps.
So riders just making their way back to the pits.
Just waiting to try and find out the gate choice. Obviously we have to watch on mute so we can't hear what's said.
Hello, dog. I'm working now. Bye.
Is that Marley?
No, the other one.
Oh, okay. Your mate.
Yeah, him. back in a moment while I shut the office door.
Otherwise known as your bedroom door.
So office door is now shut. No doubt the rebel dog will try and open it.
Oh, your pal, Mr. Maxwell.
Yeah, him.
We're currently sat on the stream watching Tobias Thompson trying to put his steel shoe on. That's the first battle of this evening, won by the Poole man. Paul Wheeler is in the comments. What a fella.
What a guy. Good evening, Paul. Hope he's doing all right and he's still recovered from his Scuddy trip a month ago, however long it was ago.
I hope he's ready for a busy day tomorrow in that league that we take part in with transfers, because that's going to be a very busy day for some of us.
That it is. I couldn't do that, I know that much.
Oh, 2 minutes are on. So only a few minutes delay, nothing too shabby.
Not too much.
Still don't know what the gates are, to be perfectly honest with you. Poole have won the toss and taken 1 and 3 in 1.
Now, if Scunthorpe had the number 1 of the past 2 years, that would have been beautiful.
Yeah, it's unusual to see gate 4 at Poole offered up early on. It's a bit like Scunny, and gate 4 generally seems to work well.
A lot of riders tend to say gate 4 at Scunny is like cheating.
Because it's got that much of an unfair advantage on it.
That depends which way you look at it.
Whether you're a Scunny fan or the opposition.
Yeah. But whenever the toss has been won, it's usually 2 and 4 that get taken straight off the bat.
Some tracks are more pivotal than others with the gate toss, ain't there? Some tracks it doesn't really have an impact. Some tracks, certain gates work better than others in the early knock-ins. So the line-up for Heat 1, going off the inside gate in blue for the Pirates, is Tobias Thompson. Gate 2 in yellow for the Scorpions, Simon Lambert. Gate 3 in red for the Pirates is Richard Lawson, a man who we notoriously know is nigh on unbeatable around here. And off gate 4 in white is the Palm Tree, Michael Palmtoft.
Yeah, interesting looking first race. Obviously, I was talking to you earlier, and Poole versus Scunny Richard Lawson tends to have bike problems. He has the past 3 or 4 times the teams have met, but a lot of the boys in both sets of teams know this place very well. Obviously,
And Scunny do have fond memories here lifting the Knockout Cup here.
8 of the 14 riders tonight was in that Knockout Cup final last October. So away we go. The tapes has risen on heat number 1, and to the surprise of absolutely nobody, it's a very good start there for the rider in red, Richard Lawson. Tobias Thompson in blue comes and joins him on so it's the Pirates currently on a 5-1. Michael Palmtoft looking to come round the outside there of Thompson. Lambert struggling towards the rear of the field. Lambert struggling with pneumonia of recent times, and I think his scores have kind of reflected that, to be honest. But Palm Tree's putting some pressure on Thompson now. He's not got much longer to make a move. One mistake from Tobias Thompson and Palmtoft will be through. Lambert's at the back. It's going to take a miracle for Simon to get himself into a scoring position, and it does hurt to say that because I love Si. Richard Lawson was probably the easiest win he'll ever have around Wimborne Road. To be fair, as they come round bends 3 and 4 for what I believe is the final time. And it's a 5-1 to the Pirates.
Palmtoft and Si both looking fuming there. It was just, the Poole boys knew what they were doing with 1 and 3. There was a little bit of argy-bargy on the first turn. Si got a nudge from Thompson, and Palmtoft just completely missed it. And that was all she wrote. Supersonic Scorpion in the comments. Hey up, lads.
Good evening, Father. Hope you are doing well.
Tobias Thompson considered doing donuts and then thought he'd wait until later on. He's become notorious for his donuts after heat 8s. So the result of heat number 1, it was a win for the rider in red, Richard Lawson. Second in blue, Tobias Thompson. And third in white, Michael Palmtoft, in a time of 59.25. And that was about as easy as it gets for the Pirates, unfortunately, Palmer.
Pretty much. But to be fair, it's like me and you discussed earlier. You look at the 1 to 5s in both teams, and you do favour or tend to favour the Pirates over the Scorpions. But the next race could be very interesting. The battle of the reserves.
Si actually lifted coming off the start, which cost him his drag to the first turn, and that was his race pretty much done. Your father has commented long night for the Scunny, methinks. Hard to disagree with that as well, to be honest.
Well, to be fair, it's like I said to one of my good pals earlier, I do have a gut feeling the Pirates are going to take a 20-point lead from tonight, but we'll soon see. Obviously, wouldn't mind being proven wrong.
And we were both speaking a little bit earlier as well. We both agreed that the top 5's in Poole's favour, but at reserve, we both have to fancy Scunny.
I mean, to be fair, other than maybe Sam Hagan, Nathan Ablett's probably one of the most improved riders this season. And to be fair to Luca as well, he started the season on a 2-point average. Just before we went live, looked at the August averages. He goes up to 4.16. So he's more than doubled his average. So he's doing well.
So the lineup for heat number 2, going off the inside gate in white for the Scorpions, is Nathan Ablett. Gate 2 in red is the British Under-21 champion, Sam Hagan. Gate 3 in yellow is the aforementioned Luke Harrison, and off the outside in blue is Vinnie Ford, who will just want to get to the first turn and beyond.
Nice to see he's got a bike up together again. Obviously, he wrecked 2 bikes at Redcar last week. The tapes rise then on heat number 2. It's a very good start for the Scorpions pairing as it's Ablett that has the lead now. Harrison and Hagan neck and neck as they go down the back straight. It's Harrison that just has the lead now. Hagan back up the inside of Harrison. Harrison goes wide. Harrison left side. Harrison bins it. Harrison bins it. Will that race be stopped? Yep, the red flags are out, and it's hard to see past Luke getting excluded there.
Yeah, Luke will go for that. He just ran into turn 3 too hot on the outside of Sam Hagen. On how to race, his natural instinct to race hard, but you'd have to think maybe, that wasn't a move he really needed to be pulling on the third bend of the first lap, and he looks a little bit hurt here.
My dad reckons it's going to be a 25-point plus lead for the Pirates tonight, and he could very well be right.
The medic there's just walked away and signalled an elbow injury for Harrison, now having some strength tests done by the paramedic, but that's not good news for Scunny if Luke has to withdraw.
Or is that just them signalling to his dad that he don't want to do another week's work? But now, hopefully Luke's just a little bit winded. Talking of Andy, he is on his centre green on the way to go and check up on his lad.
And get his bike, because that's just kind of been, he's been wheeled away by a Poole track staff member now. Medic signalling that he's okay.
Yeah, I think he was just a little bit winded. We've got a replay up on our screens now at the moment. He just goes far too wide, picks up a little bit too much grip, and just slides on his bum when his bike goes and does a somersault.
Again, I don't think he needed to be doing that early in the race.
But then again, it's like you say, innit? It's a racer's instinct.
And that's a second opportunity for Poole.
Andrew Allen pushing the bike back now. He looks like he's put a few pounds on and not in his pockets. Oh, good to see young Luke up and okay and walking back.
Shall we get an update from Oxford?
Well, we may as well while we're waiting.
As you'd expect, the rerun of Heat 2 didn't go Mr. Joe Thompson's way, as it was won by the rider in red, Luke Killeen. Second in yellow was Joe Thompson, and third in blue, Connor Coles, to make the scores on the night. 9 points to the Cheetahs, 3 points to the Bandits. Heat 3 was won by the rider in blue, Jordan Jenkins. Second in white was Drew Kemp, and third in yellow, Leon Flint, to share the points to make it 12-6. And Heat 4 was won by the rider in red, Scott Nichols. Second in yellow was Joe Thompson, and third in white, Jai Etheridge, to again share the points. And it's spitting with rain, so the score after 4 heats at Oxford is the Cheetahs 15, the Bandits 9.
Yeah, interesting start at Oxford.
And the 2 minutes, the 2 minutes at Poole are straight back on now.
Will this dog make his mind up? He's either in or he's out.
Thought you'd shut the office door.
I did. We had it. I had the wardrobe door against it, and it got barged open. And after the stream, I've got to do 60-minute makeover. Tried to keep the dog out, and you just can't keep the dogs out, unfortunately.
Pressure on Ablett to make the same start again now.
Very much so, and if you recall, a couple of weeks ago, he didn't have the best of evenings in the National League Riders thing.
He was just coming back from an injury at that point, though. He has done a few more meetings since any, so...
Yeah, pretty much.
And this is a track he should know well, was part of the Poole team season before last, I want to say.
That he did.
Now very much a cornerstone of the Scunny team into his second season at the Eddie Wright.
Yeah, and he's doing more than his job at Scunthorpe this year. He exceeded expectations last year very, very much. And he was a very welcome. He was very welcome when he was announced as a Scorpion for 2024.
So the lineup for Heat 2, the rerun: Nathan Ablett, the sole Scorpion, goes off gate 1, Sam Hagen off gate 2, no rider off gate 3 with Luke Harrison disqualified, and Vinnie Ford off the outside in blue.
So the tape shows away. We've got bit of a dodgy start there from Sam Hagen, but it's Nathan Ablett that currently has the lead, then followed round by Sam Hagen with Vinnie Ford there in third. Now, can Vinnie Ford stay on the back? That is a big question because we know what Vinnie Ford's like. Hagen putting Ablett under some pressure, goes around the outside of Ablett. Ablett blocks the
Hagen's
move up,
gone.
and Sam Hagen goes down all on his own. Hagen's down his own.
If that gets
He doesn't look
stopped,
happy
Hagen will
about
go
it.
there. That's been stopped as well.
Yeah.
I can only see Sam Hagen going for that. Ablett did absolutely nothing wrong there.
Hagen did look fuming with the move, but I don't think there was anything wrong there.
No contact in that. Absolutely nothing in that. Hagen was in the wrong place on the outside, and Hagen's been disqualified. Should have just got up and toodled round for the third place.
Should have done.
He was looking for that, and to be honest, that's got to be rerun. They're only on the second lap, but could it be third time lucky for Vinnie Ford?
Well, you know what Scunthorpe's luck is like. Very possible he could go out and win this one, but we've got a replay here of
No, nothing wrong with that.
Way in front, no contact at all.
Nothing wrong with
that.
And
even if Ablett did contact him, Hagen was massively delayed when he went down, so...
throws his hands in the air. I think he was trying to fool the referee more than anything with throwing his hands up, to be honest. I think even he knew there was no contact in that. And he's cost his team at least a point.
YMCA.
Oh, that, yeah. But him, getting disqualified has now cost Poole.
Did Ablett's footrest go in the front wheel?
No, there was nowhere near him.
No, okay. At least you're honest.
There was about enough racing room on the outside, and into the turn, Hagen goes completely on his own. There was no other decision to be made there, to be honest.
Yeah, pretty much. Can't disagree.
And it's going to be a two-rider rerun. Penny for your thoughts, Nathan Ablett, who's made the start twice now.
Will it be third time lucky?
There's been another comment on the old YouTube from Palmer Senior.
What's he said?
Harrison signed a 3-year deal with Scunny.
That he has, and I do believe Nathan Ablett has as well. So, good to see his long-term future as well. I mean, I remember talking to Luke at our Christmas do at work, and he's got a plan. In his third year at Scunny, he's hoping to be the rising star at Sheffield in the Premiership, so he's got ambition. And
we've lost now 2 riders. The rerun of heat number 2, going off gate 1 in white, is Nathan Ablett, and gate 4 in blue, Vinnie Ford.
Yeah.
Nathan trying to go as close to the outside of gate 1 as he can. Start Marshall not letting him. I don't know what the issue is. There's nobody anywhere near next to him. He's well within his box. What's the problem?
Poole in it. That's all that could be said.
It would be typical of Speedway now for Vinnie Ford to trap and clear off for the win here.
Well, we'll soon find out if that happens as the tapes rise then for the third time on heat number 2, and it's Ablett that gets to the first turn first. He's been chased by Vinnie Ford now, but as they come down the back straight, you'd expect Ablett now just to turn the throttle on, throttle turn the bike, go fast. But fair play to Vinnie Ford though, he's keeping Nathan Ablett honest here. A little mistake from Ablett, and Vinnie Joe Ford will be through. But Ablett, at the moment, just riding a very good professional ride out in front. He's got his head down. He knows what he's doing. He's building a bit of a gap now over Vinnie Ford. And hopefully, young Nathan doesn't crumble under the pressure. But 1 lap left to go. And this is probably going to be the easiest race win of Nathan Ablett's career, providing nothing goes wrong in the next few meters and round the last 2 bends. Just like that. 84,762,349 times later, we finally get a result of Heat 2.
Vinnie Ford was close then, to be fair, especially off the last bend. Ablett a little bit tentative off the last couple of bends. I think he was more focusing on staying on the bike and not making a mistake and throwing it away, and he did hold on.
He did his job there, and it looks like Nathan Ablett's still loved by the Poole faithful.
So the result of Heat 2, eventually, 3 years after we started it, was a win for the rider in white, Nathan Ablett, and second in blue, Vinnie Ford, in a time of 61.28. Let's hope that everything's just a little bit more plain sailing now.
Hopefully.
And now that result gives us one of those dodgy scores.
Well, the world would be boring if it was just a normal score.
Who wants it to add up to a combined total of 90 points?
Exactly, we'd rather it add up to, like, I don't know, 83.
Jake Allen with a practice start. Connor Mountain's mechanic needs a haircut.
Big up Andy Mountain. Ben Cook, the first one round to the tapes.
The track looks really nice as well, to be fair. I know they had a bit of rain beforehand, but looks like it's done the track the world of good, if anything.
Heat 5 is the race of the night. It's Battle of the Midgets, Ben Cook versus Palm Toft.
But first, Heat 3, the lineup going off the inside gate in blue for the Pirates is Zach Cook. Gate 2 in white for the Scorpions, Jake Allen. Gate 3 in red for the Pirates is Ben Cook. And off the outside in yellow is Connor Mountain. It's two Premiership riders versus, well, a Premiership rider and a released versus a released and a non-Premiership rider. Jake Allen, the oldest and most experienced in this race, is the only one of these not to have ridden in the Premiership this year.
Interesting, but I suppose it's just the way it goes, isn't it? You know, Jake wants that Premiership place, but as much as I like the geezer, he kind of needs to start scoring away from Scunny. But start marshal then getting them into order for heat number 3. He walks away, which means the tapes will rise any minute, and just like that, boom, they're away, and it's a very good start there for the rider in white, Jake Allen. But coming round the outside, Ben Cook, but Allen back up the inside now. It's Cook that has the lead with Allen there in the second position. Connor Mountain in third. Zach Cook putting Connor Mountain under some pressure, and Connor Mountain, Zach Cook, sorry, he's going right underneath Connor Mountain there. Connor Mountain looks like he's got no answer. The Cook brothers, well, Zach Cook's pulling away from Connor now, and if anything, Zach looks like he's going to put a challenge on to Jake Allen. Ben Cook's away and gone. He could go check out, go get an hot dog, and he'd still win the race. That's how far ahead he is. Jake Allen not currently riding a bit of a defensive line there. I think Zach Cook just made a little mistake coming off turns 4 there, but Connor Mountain, if anything, is closing in on Zach Cook. But Ben Cook's, he's checked out. He's got this one in the bag. And it's Jake Allen that comes on for second.
That was a really good ride from Ben Cook. Didn't make the best of starts. That was Jake Allen, but Ben just screwed it on around the outside and went round the outside and was never really troubled again after that. Hard but fair move, I think you'd say, from Zach on Connor Mountain. It was a hard move, but there was room there.
And Ben Cook doing some finger pointing there as well.
The result of heat number 3 was a win for the rider in red, Ben Cook. Second in white, Jake Allen, and third in blue, Zach Cook, in a winning time of 59.06. Quickest one of the night. Beat you to it.
Yeah. That you did. Fair play. Yeah.
And is a lack of extra racing starting to impact Connor Mountain now a little bit? Maybe started the season really well with Bellevue and Scunny, and since being released from Bellevue, his scores for Scunny have somewhat tailed off.
I'd yeah, he's well, I like Connor, so I don't want to sound like I'm slagging him off here, but you know he has lost a lot of confidence after being released from Bellevue.
Unnecessarily, in my opinion, as well. To be fair, he did his job in that Bellevue team.
He did, but well, we both know what Mark Lemon's like.
He's a
Um,
wally. That's what Mark Lemon is.
it's it's just a surprise that he didn't sign. Well, he did sign an Australian, didn't he? And
And
then
got hurt in his first meeting, so now he's signed a Finishman.
should have just stuck with Connor, if you ask me.
So the lineup of Heat 4 going off the inside gate in blue. Second in his first rider is Vinnie Ford. Gate 2 in yellow, a faller, first time out, Luke Harrison. Gate 3 in red, first time on the track tonight, is Tom Brennan. And off the outside in white, also his first time on the track tonight, Carl Howarth. You've got to think it's a battle between the outside 2 and the inside 2 here.
Hopefully, Luke can stay on his bicycle with an engine in it.
And he looked very quick actually in his first one. Hopefully that's not done too much damage to the bike, and he'll be able to look that quick here. Vinny playing around with his helmet strap here.
Well, yeah, he could do with his helmet being tightened, like the Dark Marshal calling him in toward it. He raises his arms and he walks away, so the tapes will rise now. It's a very good start there off gate 3 for Tom Brennan, but Kyle Howarth looking to come around the outside and now ducks up the inside. Not quite. Harrison at the back, so the Pirates quickly on a 4-2. Brennan that has the lead then. Howarth in second. It is Vinnie Ford there in third, and Harrison's trailing, to be fair, towards the back of the field. But Tom Brennan's expanding his lead over Kyle Howarth now, to be fair. He's checked out. He could go get a burger and he'd probably still win the race, to be fair. We're just waiting to see what the battle at the back's like. The battle at the back is a lot closer than the battle at the front. Vinnie Ford just holding off Luke Harrison at the moment. Luke's never ridden Poole before, believe it or not, before tonight. So at least he's lasted longer than a lap this time. But it looking like another 4-2 to the Pirates. We've got one lap left to go, though. The battle is very close between Vinnie Ford and Harrison. One mistake from Ford and Harrison will be through. They're very, very close now. All it takes is one little mistake from Vinnie Ford. Luke Harrison will be through, but it's not going to happen, and the Pirates got a 4-2. And if this was a league meeting, it's going to be in tactical territory, but it's not a league meeting, so they're not.
Very well explained.
Thanks.
And I think it's fair to say Tom Brennan will be happy with that, because his form has just started to dip off a little bit in the last few weeks. He wasn't overly impressive at Redcar for Poole the other night. He wasn't very good at Birmingham on Monday night either, but he seems to be nailing the Wimborne road track. So the result of heat number 4, it was a win for the rider in red, Tom Brennan, in an identical time as heat 3 of 59.06. Second in white, Carl Howarth, and third, crucially in blue, Vinnie Ford. And we're going to some track grading at Poole, so we'll have a quick look at the updated scores from Oxford, and then we'll go for a break. Bloody hell, Oxford's going quickly. Heat number 5, it was a win for the rider in white, Lewis Kurt. Second in blue, Jordan Jenkins, and third in yellow, Daniel Hume. Pulled a couple of points back for the Bandits at 17-13. Heat number 6 was a win for the rider in red, Sam Masters. Second in blue was Cameron Heaps, and third in white, Jai Etheridge. Opened out the gap again to 8 points. At 22-14, heat number 7 was won by the rider in red, Scott Nichols. Second in yellow, Leon Flint, and third in white, Drew Kemp. That'll do Drew's bragging rights the world of good, beating the man who's replaced him in the Spires team, Luke Killeen, to make the scores 25-17. And heat number 8 was won by the rider in red, Cameron Heaps, with Daniel Hume in second and Joe Thompson third. Connor Coles at the back, and the rain has now stopped. So after 8 heats, it's Oxford 28, Berwick 20, and we'll take a quick 5 minutes whilst they have track grading at Poole.
Yeah, man. So we're back. We are having a little bit of a delay before heat number 5 because Danny Ford, Rob Godfrey, some guy in a Hagen top and black shorts, and some guy in a suit are having a bit of a discussion. And now we just see the bottom part of somebody's high vis.
That looked quite an animated discussion there as well.
It did, didn't it?
Danny Ford does not look happy with whatever Rob Godfrey said to him, throwing his arms around.
Yeah, interesting.
Got 6 viewers, this ain't right. We don't have this many people watching us.
Scunny, innit? A scunny lad talking about a scunny. What more do we want? And some may say the ex better half of Scorpions TV. But hopefully racing will be good to resume shortly. And there's been no going back to the verbal war, shall we say.
And it's getting considerably darker at Poole as well. Let's hope it doesn't decide to sling it down with rain.
Yeah, 100%. But just see what happens. I mean, it is night after all, we still haven't had 85 yet, folks. We've not missed anything. We've just been listening to what Neil Middleditch has had to say, and he said nothing about what was going on. So, yeah. But yeah, we're still interviewing Neil Middleditch at the moment. Not a lot is happening. I'd like them to potentially go back to the track so we can see what's happening.
It sounds like things are a little bit heated between Danny Ford and Godfrey.
Things heated with Godfrey? Never!
And
Yeah, just say that out loud.
just had a text from Dan Winchester saying it's raining in Exeter and heading down towards Poole. And to be fair, it has got noticeably darker, the sky.
Hopefully we'll be able to get a result tonight. The Scorpions are back at Poole in a fortnight.
There has been a couple of more heats at Oxford if you want those.
Well, go on then, we've got a minute or 20.
So after we last spoke, we'd just looked at Heat 8 on Speedway Update, supported by D&D Media, funnily enough. And that was a 3-all. Heat number 9, it was a win for the rider in blue, Jordan Jenkins. Second in red, Ashton Bowden. And third in white, Jai Etheridge, as a 5-1 to Oxford, making it 33-21. And heat number 10, it was a win for the rider in red, Sam Masters. Second in blue, Cameron Heaps. And third in yellow, Leon Flint. Drew Kemp fell when he was in third. And back-to-back 5-1s mean that Oxford open up a 16-point lead at the interval after heat number 10.
No real surprises there then, to be fair, Mosh.
No, Cameron Heaps unbeaten from his 4 programmed rides as well. He's really kicked on this year in the championship, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has 100%. T-shirt coming soon. But yeah, I don't know what's happened with Cameron Heaps this year. He's just another level, isn't he?
He looks like he's enjoying it again, don't he? For the first time in 3 or 4 years, he looks like he's put in the work and he's enjoying his racing again and not having the pressure of the top league. He's just doing the championship and it's paying dividends.
Yeah, 100%. You know, and I believe he still goes round with Ipswich, but
yeah, it was at Perry Bar spannering for maybe Keenan Rue when Ipswich were at Birmingham a few weeks back. I think it might have been Keenan Rue.
that would make sense.
We've got another delay. We don't have any luck with these pool streams. I wish we'd have brought the Oxford one now. We'd have been near bedtime. Oh, well, we have bikes. Stop the world. I refuse to believe it.
Looks like all the slop has gone from the inside now.
That was definitely what the issue was, weren't it? 'Cause they were shoveling a load of shale that was very wet from the track to the centre green. And there's
say though, the centre green's been nicely cut.
There's our logo on the side of Simon Lambert's bike, covered in dirt.
Well, I'd rather it be covered in dirt tonight because we don't get that at Scunthorpe.
What's this start marshal talking about? They're being sent back. He's telling everybody, pointing something. I don't understand what he's doing. Looks like he's robbed Freddie Lindgren's headphones. Or earmuffs. They've been told something about that third and fourth turn. All riders are being told it and they're all kind of nodding along to agree. Zach looks a bit bewildered by it. Zach looks absolutely baffled. And Zach's not a rider that's gonna... Ben looks bewildered. The 2 Scunny riders are communicating with Ben. Palm Tree and Zach are looking at each other and everyone's going, Sexy Size just changed his mind. Oh no, he's talking to Ben. All the riders are really confused. Nobody knows what's going on, but they're not going back to the pits. They're just kind of doing as they're told.
It's a shambles, this.
It is. It's a nightmare. 4 heats
You
gone
haven't
in an
even got
hour.
the tapes ready.
The line-up for heat number 5 then, going off the inside gate in yellow last, first time out, Simon Lambert. Gate 2 in red, Ben Cook, very impressive winner first time out. Gate 3 in white on the wrong end of a 5-1, first time out, Michael Palmtoft. And off the outside in blue, a very forceful move on Connor Mountain in his first race for third place, it's Zach Cook. Oh dear.
We might get 85 done before you go on holiday, Mosh.
Now, will we get 8:15 done before I go on holiday? That's the question.
That's wishful thinking. That's a Christmas classic this year.
Riders are coming to tapes, although looking a little bit bewildered. Oh. I'll update on what was wrong with the track after this race.
So the tapes has risen then on heat number 5. It's a decent start there for Michael Palmtoft as he goes down the back straight with the lead. Zach Cook putting him under some pressure. But the palm tree, he's just holding the right line there, and he still has the lead as they go into lap number 2. Simon Lambert's well adrift at the back, to be fair. He he looks like he could do the miracle, but Palmtoft just got himself out in front there from the tapes, and currently that's off she wrote, but I don't want to speak too soon. But it's looking good from the little man from Odense in Denmark, or if you want another start, the 2006 80cc world champion. So there's something for you, because there's not a lot of passing going on in this race, so I just thought I'd give you a few statistics. Zach Cook's trying to put a bit of a challenge on Palmtoft, but nothing's really coming through at the moment as they come round and the final 2 turns, and it is a win for my Palmtoft.
Simon Lambert looks fed up.
Poor geezer.
Just a quick note from
I would be as well.
Speedway updates here. The regular track grading between heats 4 and 5 was disrupted because the water bowser malfunctioned, spitting out water all over the track, with a heavy wet area on bends 3 and 4 being addressed.
That explains everything.
The result of heat 5, it was a win for the rider in white, Michael Palmtoft, with a winning time of 59.62. Second in blue, Zach Cook, and third in red, Ben Cook. But now we go back to those, animated and angry words. I don't understand what Danny Ford was defending. If his truck's malfunctioned, you can't have a big wet heavy patch on the third and fourth turn. So Rob Godfrey was well within his right to tell him to get rid of it.
100%, and I'd imagine all 14 riders wouldn't have been happy with it.
And they're still doing work on third and fourth turn even between the races now, so I can't understand what Danny Ford was arguing for, to be honest.
He's just protecting his track staff, innit?
I know it's nobody's fault that the bows are broke, but ultimately it needs to be safe, and a big heavy spot on 3 and 4 is not. The line-up for heat number 6, going off the inside gate in red, is Richard Lawson. Gate 2 in white to Carl Heworth. Gate 3 in blue is Tobias Thompson, and off the outside in yellow, Nathan Ablett. We may need to do a stream refresh after this race because it's lagging a fair bit.
Right, okie. Do you want me to do it now real quick?
Nah, we'll do it after this, between the heats. Don't miss anything then, do we?
Fair point. Fair point, well made, Squire. And again, this is one of them races you expect are going to be a battle between the inside 2 and the outside 2.
Tobias Thompson looked solid enough in his first race, though.
Yes, he did. Just waiting on Tobias Thompson to get himself sorted. Just like that, he's sorted to start match whatsoever. Green light comes on, the tapes rise. It's a decent start there for Kyle Howarth. He pushed out wide there by Lawson, and Ablett down. Ablett is down.
That should be stopped.
Stop.
The red lights are on. That
Oh,
should
you
be
could
all
see
four
him.
back.
You could just see there as well on in between the third and fourth bench. So Kyle Howarth
Yeah.
hit that row horribly as well.
That should be all four
Yep.
back. Richard Lawson knocked Carl Howarth into Nathan Ablett.
They just got the replay up because Kyle made a really decent start there. To be fair,
Yeah, that's all four all day long, surely.
I'd exclude Richard Lawson for that, but that's just me
That's with
causing the
that's
accident.
with your scunny hat on though, innit?
I haven't got a scunny hat much.
That should be all four back. Carl Howarth gets a right hefty nudge off Richard Lawson, which then sends him straight into Ablett.
Can confirm. I'll double check X because the Poole were pretty good with that. But much like yourself, I am expecting that one to be all four.
And as we've had a fair bit tonight, actually, we got another delay. 2 minutes of straight back on. Nathan Ablett's still on track. Has he been disqualified?
All four back according to Poole Pirate Speedway on Twitter, or X as it's now known.
Nathan's been took back into the pits. But the 2 minutes is flashing.
Maybe they've cancelled 2 minutes and they can't get the lights off.
They're still
Is anybody
flashing
else
at the
in the
moment.
comments?
No, just Supersonic Scorpion who posted that from updates for us. We've got 3 people watching.
I think this is our biggest audience we've ever had.
There's been an update from Oxford Heat 11. It was a win for the rider in red Scott Nichols, second in white Lewis Kerr, and third in yellow Daniel Hume, Luke Killeen at the back. To make the progressive scores 41-25. Heat 12, Lewis Kerr comes in as a tactical substitute in yellow to partner Drew Kemp against Ashton Bowden and Connor Coles.
And Oxford showing us that their meeting will be done this side of Christmas.
And it is all 4 back. Ablett at the tapes. Correct decision.
Yeah, 100%, mate. You know, it's one of them, just one of them incidents that happens in the first turn.
Tobias Thompson will be thankful for that because he made a dreadful start.
It wasn't the best start, really, was it? But riders just making the way to tips. Richard Lawson spinning around. Start marshal been very bossy tonight.
Suppose he's got time to make up now they've had this many delays. 5 heats in an hour and 8 minutes after the scheduled start time, albeit delayed 15 minutes.
But the start marshal walks away, and it's a very good start there for Nathan Ablett in yellow, but Richard Lawson right up the inside there of both the Scorpion boys, and it's now Ablett in second. That's looking to put the challenge on Richard Lawson. And Thompson lifts heavily there, and Ablett goes very wide, and Ablett very lucky there not to come off the machine there. Richard Lawson's checked out and gone. He could go get a dodgy burger. He'd still win this one. Kyle Howarth looks pretty settled there in second. The big battle is in third with Nathan Ablett just holding off Tobias Thompson. But one mistake from Ablett, and Thompson will be there. Thompson now looking to go up the outside of Ablett. He's nearly done.
Oh!
Nasty crash!
Tobias Thompson was out of control
crash.
that entire race then. I don't know what he was doing.
That was horrible.
And there was nothing that Ablett could do about that, but that was coming all race. Tobias Thompson was locking up, he was all over the shop. And again, 3 and 4, Danny Ford running out, but if he'd have had his way, that track work wouldn't have been carried out. Rob Godfrey walking out, looking concerned as well.
If Fan Power's watching this, he would have a field day.
Nah, it's not Scunny or Birmingham.
Or Kings Lynn.
Carl Howarth and Richard Lawson comparing notes in the pits. Looks friendly. But Tobias Thompson will be disqualified for that. Just clean Nathan Ablett out.
You'd expect so, and Chris Turner's one of the better referees.
All the rider.
So,
These are the scenes you don't want to see when all the riders are off out to see if everyone's alright, because then you know it's a big one.
I mean, that was absolutely horrific, that.
Yeah, Thompson looks like he's come off the worst of that. Camera's still not going on to it. Ablett's up, walking back.
Ablett's up and walking away.
Tobias Thompson's still down. Oh, Ben Cook nearly went flying. What a fella.
Ben Cook doing a little dancey dance for the people in the glass restaurant.
Took it in good spirits, had a bit of a laugh. Godfrey shaking his head, knowing he was right about that third and fourth turn. Nath looks shook up, but looks relatively okay.
Good to see a few members of the team out with Nathan Noah as well, and that's been the thing with Scunthorpe this year. They are more of a team than they probably ever have been.
Something Simon Lambert instills into the team, and it whenever there's a crash at the Eddie Wright home or away riders involved, he's straight out to make sure everyone's alright.
Oh, 100%.
The ambulance turned on in the background. Let's hope that's not got to come out. Windscreen wipers are on as well, which means it's raining. Ambulance is coming out. How on earth is that ambulance going to fit through that gap?
Been awarded, if that's any consolation.
So the result of heat number 6, an awarded race, a win for the rider in red, Richard Lawson, second in white, Carl Howarth, and third in yellow, Nathan Ablett. Points divided 3 apiece, but at the minute all the concern looks like it's for Tobias Thompson, and just the theme of the night, it's another delay. Both teams, look at that, look at the state of that.
It's gone from, it goes from like really, really slick to really, really grippy. Like it don't just build up.
There has been an update from Oxford. Connor
Is that
Coles.
meeting finished yet?
No, they are on heat 13 though. Heat 12 was a 5-1 to Berwick, with Lewis Kerr winning from Drew Kemp and Ashton Bowden in third to pull the points gap back to 12. Connor Coles fell on lap 2 but remounted. The only line now is out wide and it's very, very dusty.
Supporters making their way to somewhere.
Taking a cheeky trip to the bar or something, maybe.
To the bar, to the club shop, to the toilet. Well, it's not like they haven't got time.
Yeah, we may be finished sometime this side of New Year, or we may not be.
I mean, I'd like us to be finished tonight. I've got to go to work tomorrow.
Yeah.
While we've got a bit of a delay here, shall we take 5?
Yeah, we can do it. I'm going to get another bottle of that H20 stuff then.
You go get yourself a drink, me old fruit.
We'll be back on in a couple of minutes.
Just like that, we're back. Hi, hello. Um, so, update, Tobias Thompson refused to go in the ambulance and hobbled back to the pits, and we're just now awaiting heat number 7 to come out on track.
Thanks to whoever the one person is that stuck around watching us.
Thanks.
Pool boys are ready to go.
Tractors going round much?
Is this the riders almost trying to force their hand to get off the track and crack on? So we are at 10 to 9 now, and we've done 5 races.
6.
Oh yeah, that was awarded, wasn't it? Yeah, 6 races. That's not
Six-
very good
six.
odds, is it, that?
I mean, don't get me wrong. I do appreciate we have the odd meeting like that, but it does seem to be every time we watch Poole,
Yeah.
we have some form of delay. I believe we was doing a watch along when they had the problems with the red lights.
I think we were, yeah.
About 2 months ago, was it? I think it might have been one of our first ones.
Can't remember 2 weeks ago, to be honest with you. Much let alone 2 months. There's
To be
another,
fair, that's not a bad thing.
there's another update from Oxford if you want it, from Heat 13.
Well, may as well.
Heat 13, Sam Masters and Scott Nichols versus Lewis Kerr and Jai Etheridge. What do you reckon the score was?
Derek 5-1.
No. Close though.
Oh.
It was a win for the rider in red, Sam Masters. Second in white was Lewis Kerr, and third in yellow, Jai Etheridge. Scott Nichols' chain came off about 2 yards into the race.
So that's not very good.
And Heat 14, the lineup: Jordan Jenkins and Luke Killeen versus Leon Flint and Joe Thompson. The meeting as a contest is gone now. Oxford have won that, but Berwick will want to keep it close in the opportunity for the aggregate point.
Yeah. To anyone that's still somehow with us, we're still waiting. And it's like, I get and I understand that rider safety is paramount, but it gets to a point where you say, how long is too long before you have to postpone the meeting?
Yeah. I reckon if there's another crash on that third or fourth turn, there could be a decision to be made. They could delay it, but I want to say there's a 10 o'clock curfew at Poole, and they're already at 9 o'clock, and they're not even halfway through the meeting yet.
Sounds about right.
And do we ever wish we'd have watched Oxford and Berwick now?
Yeah.
The result of Heat 14 from Oxford: Berwick Gate on a 5-1, but Jordan Jenkins passes both bandits to take the win, from Leon Flint in second, Joe Thompson in third, and with 1 to go, it's 48-36.
Well, at least they're a bit closer to the end than we are here.
Yeah. Maybe we'll get, well, something soon. At the moment,
We
we've
hope
just got...
and we pray.
Do you want to whack a quick refresh on this stream?
I could do that again for you, sir.
What a legend of a man. 2 people watching. If anyone's in the comments, keep us entertained, otherwise we'll just end up talking about food.
Oh, food.
You know you're doing a holiday right when you've been sat looking at the local cuisine and decent takeaways and food outlets around the hotel you're staying to keep you tidied over for 2 weeks.
That's true. That's very true.
Tom Brennan and Sam Hagan both on their bikes. Richard Lawson still talking to Rob Dyer. Tobias Thompson sat in his chair talking to somebody. I don't think that's Midler. Or is it? Yeah, it's Midler. He's put a Kurt on now. Tobias looks okay, knocked about but okay. But after that sort of crash, at least he's up and okay, I suppose. That's a good sign. Even if he does end up having to pull out for tonight, it's a long old season.
It is. A long old season. We're about halfway through it.
A long old meeting tonight, and we're not even that yet.
Isn't it just?
This has got all the markings of a meeting that's going to fall victim to a curfew, I think, or they're going to really rush it through. Hopefully, it's the latter.
Hopefully.
But we wait and see, I suppose. Tobias Thompson looks dazed. Don't look like he's got much of a clue where he is. And it's got to be frustrating for the riders waiting around. It's frustrating for us waiting around. So the riders looking a little bit impatient now.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the key now for all these guys is just get back home in one piece.
Scunny boys are both ready as well. It's just there's not a lot going on. Rob Dyer going to have a word with the little palm tree. And obviously good news for Scunny with Michael Palmtoft signing for Birmingham for the next 28 days, giving him a little bit of extra bike time, which can only, keep him ticking over and keep his form up for Scunny as well, hopefully.
Now, shock horror, breaking news. I hope you sat down.
We're going back riding. We're going back racing.
Bikes are on track.
Tom Brennan first to the tapes. It's been a long old time since Tom's been out.
It feels like it's been an age.
It's been even longer since Connor and Jake were out.
Who'd have thought the gap from 3 to 7 would have been about 28,000 years?
And it's been even longer since Hagen was out. The lineup for heat number 7 going off the inside gate in white for the Scorpions, Jake Allen. Gate 2 in red is Tom Brennan for the Pirates. Gate 3 in yellow for the Scorpions is Connor Mountain. And off the outside in blue for the Pirates is Sam Hagen. 2 riders on the outside yet to score a point. A win first time out for Tom Brennan and a second first time out for Jake Allen.
I mean, in normal circumstances, I would say at least one of the two on the outside is going to break that 0 point barrier. But going on how tonight's been so far, I'm not saying it.
Nothing's guaranteed tonight, is it? It's almost more survival of the fittest.
Yeah, 100%. Still.
It's good to see Vinnie Ford okay. We saw him earlier getting taped up.
But the tapes rise then for heat number 7. It's a very good start there for the man in red. Tom Brennan and Sam Hagen looks to come round the outside, and Jake Allen nearly loses it. And now the big battle is between Sam Hagen and Connor Mountain. Hagen that currently has that second place over a challenging Connor Mountain. Tom Brennan, he's checked out. He could go get a hot dog from Grocery Grill, situated on the first bend if you're a hot dog and not at Poole. But pretty standard this, I think. We pretty much expected this. Tom Brennan's out in the lead, as expected. I mean, he is a world champion after all. Sam Hagen riding a very good ride there in second. Connor Mountain in third. Not putting in much of a challenge, to be fair. And Jake Allen really struggling towards the back of the field as well. Very easy 5-1 for the Poole Pirates, who extend their lead now to 11.
Yeah, 26-15. and it's mad to see the stark difference between the rider Connor Mountain was at the start of the season and the rider he is at the moment.
It's sad to see.
The result of heat number 7, it was a win for the rider in red Tom Brennan, second in blue Sam Hagan, Tom's winning time 59.53, third in yellow Connor Mountain, and at the back in white Jake Allen. Jake just lifted, got all out of shape, and that was his race pretty much done after bend 2.
Pretty much, Bucket. Pretty much. That's all we could say about that.
Do you want to know something that's not going to surprise you in the slightest from Oxford?
The meeting's finished.
Not quite. Lewis Kerr has aggravated an injury.
Death, taxes, Lewis Kerr aggravated injuries.
The lineup for Heat 15, it's Australia versus Great Britain with Sam Masters and Cameron Heaps for Oxford, Drew Kemp and Leon Flint for Berwick.
If the people at Poole could hear us, we would like to go to bed this side of Wednesday night, so if you could hurry up and crack on so we get a result, that would be greatly appreciated. Thanks.
Richard Lawson stripping his bike there. Looks a little bit naughty.
It don't look in the best of conditions, like, does it?
Could this be the mechanical issue that you normally get?
It could very well be. There is a clutch cooler there, so Memelenko will tell you what that does.
There's a little bit of a delay here. Is Sam Hagan taking 2 on the bounce, or is it more track grading? Is Sam Hagan going to replace Vinnie Ford in Heat 8? Or is he going to come in for Tobias Thompson, maybe?
And Thompson looks in quite a bit of discomfort.
There's no way he's carrying on. He looks like he's had his bell rung, his legs his bikes are being cleaned off. That's definitely his night over with.
Yeah, 100%.
So it'll be interesting to see who comes in red here. I'd imagine it'll probably be Sam Hagan.
I mean, it can't really... Well, unless they use IRR, then they could put Zach Cook out.
It can only be riders on the same average or below with injury rider replacement. It works slightly differently to normal rider replacement.
There is a change in Heat 8 for Scunny. Nathan Ablett comes out in yellow. That's Vinnie Ford in blue.
Sam Hagan will be in red. It can only be anybody below or on the same average, and everyone else is above Tobias Thompson, so it can only be Sam Hagan.
My apologies, I'd completely forgot IRR was different to RR.
It's madness, isn't it? Look at that beautiful logo on the side of Size Bike.
As you predicted, Sam Hagan is in red.
And off the same gate, he was just off when he got that 5-1 with Tom. So the lineup for heat number 8, going off the inside gate in yellow, reserve substitute for Scunthorpe, Nathan Ablett. Gate 2 in blue is Vinnie Ford. Gate 3 in white is Simon Lambert. And off the outside, the reserve replacement for Tobias Thompson is Sam Hagan. Simon Lambert, the only rider in this race not to have scored, and he's not really looked like scoring, if we're being honest.
No, and it is a shame. Obviously, me probably more than anyone will never forget that heroic performance last October. It is worth noting that he is still suffering with pneumonia. Should he be riding? Probably not, but knowing Si as well as I do, you know, he don't want to let the club down, he don't want to let his teammates down, and yeah.
I mean, the counter argument to that is he, you know, should he maybe not be riding? He's failed to score from his first 2.
Well, that's it. The tapes rise though for heat number 8, and Nathan Ablett's made an absolute beauty of a start, but the rider in red, Sam Hagan, ran the outside, and Vinnie Ford up the inside now. Wow, what a great ride there from Vinnie Ford. But Next 5-1 looking like on the cards here for the Pirates in heat number 8. Simon Lambert trying to have a go on Vinnie Ford here, but just made a mistake on that dangerous third and fourth turns. Nathan Ablett's packed up at the back. But I know what I want to say, but if I say it, I'll just get told off.
I'll say it for you after this, don't you worry, can't tell me off.
What a guy. But yeah, Sam Hagan's out, checked out, he's won this one. Lambert tried his best efforts there, but Vinnie Ford just held on, and fair play to him for that.
I'll say it, Scunny are absolutely abysmal.
That's not what I was thinking, but we'll take it.
Yeah, I couldn't say what I was thinking. We'll get, if anyone's German, Scunny are Scheiße. It's it's a little bit embarrassing at this point.
I've got a lot of time for Vinnie Ford, but you know when you're getting beat by Vinnie Ford, it's bad.
And I'll go back to my argument, Simon Lambert, if he's not fit, should he be riding? Well, 1 point and he's just been 5-1 by 2 riders he should have beaten, so... The result of Heat 8, it was a win for the rider in red, Sam Hagan, in a time of 59.81. Second in blue, Vinnie Ford. Third in white, Simon Lambert, and Nathan Ablett pulled up at the back.
That he did. And don't get me wrong, I'm not one to sort of make excuses for the Scunny boys. Obviously heated with Scunthorpe people at the minute, but it's one of them. Is the track safe?
That's not an excuse, to be honest. The Poole boys are riding it fine.
To be fair, Ablett and Lambert are very, very lucky there to stay on the bikes when Vinnie come through. Track's a bit dusty there, like.
It is, isn't it? One corner's a bit deep and the other corner's a bit dusty. I think...
It's alright, Scunny. 16 down, 14 to go.
I think Ablett's got 2 on the bounce unless Luke's coming in for Ablett in this one.
I believe that looks like Luke in yellow.
That is Luke in yellow, yeah. Line up for heat number 9, going off the inside gate in white for the Scorpions is Carl Howarth. Gate 2 in blue, Zach Cook. Gate 3 in yellow, reserve substitute for Scunny is Luke Harrison. And off the outside in red is Ben Cook.
That it is, and I'm just going to say it. I'm a bit of a realist. I can only see here Poole's third 5-1 on bounce.
Were you being a little bit optimistic with a 20-point defeat?
Going on this showing, quite probably.
I was really worried what you were going to say when you said shit. Could have been anything.
Don't you worry, I knew what I was saying. But the start marshal then walks away for heat number 9, and away we go. And you'll never guess what, the Poole boys have gated absolutely brilliantly. The Cook brothers going to be on a 5-1 as predicted, and you can fill your programs in now, folks. Go make yourself a cup of tea, go get yourself a takeaway, go get yourself a burger, go get yourself a beer, because not a lot's going to change.
I've already filled in the result.
And you've got a proper nice program that does all the adding up for you.
It's beautiful.
But yeah, Poole Pirates on another 5-1, barring any form of mechanical failure. Ben Cook, he could have an engine failure, push the bike round, and he would still win the race. That's how far ahead he is. He's a tidy little rider, to be fair. I do like Ben Cook and watching him ride, but yeah, the massacre of over the Scorpions continues.
Ben and Zach just pop wheelies for the majority of that race. It's not even a contest, is it? If this was a racehorse, it'd have been shot.
Just give the Pirates a final.
And the Scunny have been absolutely dominant at home. Poole are a different kettle of fish to anything Scunny have faced at the Eddie Wright this season.
I think the Scorpions will probably beat the Pirates at home, but not by this margin.
Nah.
The
I mean, it's what, 29 points now already.
9.35.
The result of 8-9, it was a win for the rider in red Ben Cook in a time of 59.35. Second in blue Zach Cook, and third in white Kyle Heworth. Makes the progressive scores 36-17.
It's only 19 points in front, Mush, not 29.
Same difference. There's been
Same
that many.
difference,
There's
isn't
been
it?
that many bloody delays tonight. Scotty Mitchell looks bored out of his nut. He looks cold though. He's got a Diana coat on. Come on, it's supposed to be the British summertime, me old fruit.
Summer, innit?
Riders coming out for Heat 10. Scunny will be hoping this will be the final race of the night.
Can confirm. Shout out to the guy called Trevor in the box.
This is where this pairing need to step up. I think I'm right in. Oh no, Jake Allen got a second, but this pair of Scunny have been on the wrong end of a heat advantage in both of their first two outings. The lineup for Heat 10 going off the inside gate in yellow is Connor Mountain, gate 2 in blue Sam Hagan, who's bounced back really well actually after being disqualified from Heat 2 with a win and a paid win. Gate 3 in white is Jake Allen, and off the outside, still undefeated, is Richard Lawson. Shall we just write another 5-1 in now?
Already one step ahead, Mush, that's why I went quiet. 17 down, 13 to go.
And to be fair, the track's dried out alright in 3 and 4 now. It looks fine. There's no real excuses to come from Scunny. 1 and 2 looks bone dry, but Poole were just better on the night. And they have dismantled teams here already this season, so this isn't the first time they're going to dismantle somebody here.
No, I do fear for the trip Scunthorpe's got there in 2 weeks as well. But hey ho.
What is this start marshal's problem?
Look, Mr. Start Marshal, it's getting late. Just let him crack on with it, Mush. He walks away eventually for the start of heat number 10. Great start there from the Scunny boys, as Connor Mountain has the lead with Jake Allen protecting him there in the second position. Richard Lawson chasing them down though with Sam Hagan at the rear of the field, and Richard Lawson goes wide and he's past Connor Mountain. Great ride there for Richard Lawson. Allen leaves the gap open there for Lawson, but Allen holds the lead. This is the sort of performance Jake Allen needs. He needs to be doing this more often, no, away from the Eddie Wright Raceway. As we go into the next lap, Richard Lawson's closing that gap though on Jake Allen. One mistake from Allen, and Lawson will be through. It's good defensive right there from Jake to just block that inside line there. We've got 1 lap left to go, and of this one, Lawson's all over Jake Allen's rear end. Lawson looks to go to the outside. Can he do it? We've got 2 turns left to go. And Allen just beats Richard Lawson there. I wish I hadn't have ripped that 5-1 in now.
That was a very good ride from Jake Allen. All done in the first turn. He sent Richard Lawson a lot wider than he would have liked in that first turn, and pulled away. Did look a little bit slower in the last 2 laps than the first 2 laps though. He looked like he had a bit of speed on him in the first two. He was very defensive in the last two. He was definitely slower than Lawson behind. And the result of Heat 10, it was a win for the rider in white, Jake Allen, with a winning time of 60.97. Second in red, Richard Lawson, and third in yellow, Connor Mountain. A little bit of glimmer of hope. Is that more track riding? Looks like it is. Don't let the water Bowser spit a load of it out now on the third turn, will you, boys?
Hopefully not.
We have a result from Oxford if you want that while we've got 5 minutes.
You mean the meeting's finished this side of Christmas?
Yep. The result of Heat 15, as has been the case all night, the combination of Masters and Heaps got a 5-1. Sam Masters took the flag with Cameron Heaps in second, Drew Kemp third, Leon Flint at the back. 5-1 made the progressive score was 53-37. Individual scorers are as follows: Sam Masters with a full 5-ride maximum of 15, Cameron Heaps with a 5-ride paid maximum of 11 plus 4, Ashton Bowden 3 plus 1, Jordan Jenkins 11, Scott Nichols 9, Luke Killian 1, and Connor Coles 3. For the Berry Bandits, Lewis Kerr scored 10, Daniel Hume 5 plus 1, Drew Kemp 6 plus 2, Leon Flint 6 plus 1, Joy Etheridge 4 plus 2, Freddie Hodder failed to score, and Joe Thompson with 6 plus 2.
Someone from Bellevue has attended this meeting at Poole tonight, and he's had a bit of a moan on the old Facebook.
Who's that?
I don't think a guy called Jonathan Atherton.
Presume it's some relation to Alan Atherton.
I won't read his comment because that means effort and reading it again, or he's just slagging track off.
I don't think it's been that bad. I think the water bows are malfunctioning. You can't do anything about. They probably could have took an extra 5 or 10 minutes at the time to get it raceable before somebody crashed and ultimately got hurt because of it. But I think it's held up well since then. Nobody's locking up or hitting any ruts or anything there now.
Yeah, the track's absolutely fine now. We'll just go down the individual scorers real quick. Richard Lawson 8, Tobias Thompson 2 plus 1 withdrawn from the meeting. Ben Cook 7 and 1, Zach Cook 5 and 1, Tom Brennan 6, Sam Hagan 5 and 1, Vinnie Ford 5 and 1, Michael Pountoff 4, Simon Lambert 1, Jake Allen 5, Connor Mountain 2, Kyle Howarth 5, Nathan Ablett 4 and 1, Luke Harrison 0.
So much for Luke Harrison being the rider to watch. My good lord.
I do that, and I feel like I'm one of them people that works at auctions.
It's just a lack of consistency from Scunny, innit? And Poole are a tough team to beat at Wimborne Road. You know, that's always been the case.
The lack of consistency, again, I don't want to sound like I'm making excuses for the boys, but a lack of track time as well. I mean, there's only Palmtoft and Howarth getting regular rides in the Premiership. I know Ablett and Harrison both ride in the National League, but them meetings come about as rare as me going on dates.
Simon Lambert being interviewed by Rob Dyer, I'd be interested to hear what Si's got to say, so we'll take a quick couple of minutes for the breather.
So, we're back
Little bit of an
again.
impromptu interval for us there for a moment, just to listen to what Si said. He looks a little bit fed up.
To be fair, Bush, I know I've had my differences with Scunny and that over the past couple of weeks, but I'd still want them to do well and everything. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting a little bit fed up, but we'll carry on.
Heat 11. Michael Palmtoft has had enough of whatever that was. Looks like one of his sponsors bike cover things. That's gone. The lineup going off this.
R.I.P.
The lineup going off the inside gate in red unbeaten so far. Tom Brennan. Gate 2 in white is Michael Palmtoft. Gate 3 in blue is Sam Hagan. And off the outside in yellow, Simon Lambert. Can Simon Lambert make that outside gate work for him now?
Nope.
It's been the best gate of the night statistically.
Yeah, I'm just not. I'm just not very optimistic.
And a
Come on,
scunny,
lads, it's 20.
a scunny at home on Friday.
Yes, we are.
Who's there?
Workington.
Working. So it's just going to be get through this all in one piece now and turn attentions back to the league.
With Alan McNally's lookalike, hopefully. So the start marshal walks away with 4 Heat 11. The tapes rise, away we go. Tom Brennan absolutely electric from the start. Simon Lambert here in second, with Palmtoft there in third, with Sam Hagan struggling towards the rear of the field in this one. Hagan obviously to on the bounce, taking its toll on him, to be fair, I believe, but barring any form of mechanical failure, this one looks said and done. So go and make yourselves a brew. But yeah, Tom Brennan in the lead, as you'd expect. Lambert in second, Palmtoft there is third, with Sam Hagan again at the back. Not a lot has changed. Yeah, we've got one lap left to go, so I'll try to keep you entertained for the next 15-20 seconds or so. Tom Brennan, he's pulling a little bit of a wheelie down the back straight as he goes into the final 2 turns for the final time in Heat 11, and just like that, he wins it.
Nobody's beating Tom Brennan tonight.
Not even his teammates.
And for a rider that went to Poole just to try and nail the track on a track that he notoriously admits himself isn't one of his favourites, he's mastered it in about half a season.
Yeah, he's done really well, to be fair, this year as Tom, and this will be a confidence boosting meeting for him, because after watching him on Monday, with no disrespect intended, he kind of needs it.
The result of heat number 11, it was a win for the rider in red, Tom Brennan, winning time 59.53. Second in yellow, much better ride this time for Simon Lambert. And third in white, Michael Palmtoft. And that keeps the scores, the points difference the same, on 41-24 after 11. Hopefully we bomb through these last few now.
Don't them floodlights look pretty?
Don't that track look dusty?
Seeing that floodlight lighting up my life like that is a highlight of the meeting.
Dan Winchester's just messaged me saying Poole need to go back to the top league. I mean, if Wednesday's their race night and top league don't race Wednesday, then they ain't going to go back up and, suffer losing their loyal supporters on a race night they can't run.
Exactly.
It's a little bit like Glasgow, innit, as well. Big fish, small pond.
Yeah.
With all due respect to the rest of the championship teams. And the lineup for heat number 12 will bring you back in just a second, my old fruit. Going in red is Ben Cook. Blue off gate 2, Nathan Ablett. Good to see him feeling no ill effects from his crash. Gate 3 in blue is Vinnie Ford. And off the outside in white, impressive winner last time out, Jake Allen.
Yeah, I mean, you'd like to think Ablett will have the beating of Vinnie Ford here. And again, just being realistic, probably looking at a 3-3.
And I think Ablett's one of those riders that an impressive season this time around. Next season, if the Rising Star's still a thing in the Premiership, you wouldn't be looking far past a rider like Nathan Ablett to be that next crop. You know, you'd expect Leon Flint, Dan Gilks, riders like that to be moving out of the Rising Star berths, which would open up a gap for riders like Ablett, like Harrison, like a Vinnie Ford, maybe.
Well, potentially. The start marshal walks away there for heat number 12. And oh my Jesus, the Scorpions made a decent gate there, but as we expected, Ben Cook just flew around the outside. Jake Allen sitting there in second, Vinnie Ford currently in third, Ablett at the rear of the field, but the battle is between Ablett and Vinnie Ford. Can Ablett do anything on Vinnie Ford? Is not for a lack of effort, and one mistake from Vinnie Ford, Ablett will be through. But Ben Cook's checked out. Ben Cook's just really, really, really stylish on the bike, and he is an absolute joy to watch. Jake Allen's settled there pretty in second. The big battle again is still Vinnie Ford versus Ablett. Ford just holding the right line over Ablett. Very good defensive ride, some may say, in the professional world of commentating. Something we're definitely not a part of. One big last gap though from Ablett, and Ablett the inside. Ford just gets that third.
I'm surprised you could see what was going on through all that dust.
Well, I've been to Scuddy too many times. I'm used to seeing through dust.
The downside of the water truck braking, other than flooding the third and fourth turn, is they can't put any water down now, so it's a dust bowl.
Just get all the riders out there with a hot bottle of Highland Spring out there. That's all I need.
Justice for Highland Spring. 59.35. The result of heat number 12 was a win for the rider in red, Ben Cook, in a time of 59.35. Second in white, Jake Allen, who definitely looks quicker now than he did at the start of the meeting. And third in blue, Vinnie Ford, who has definitely sussed that inside line out. That's the second
100%.
race. That's the second race that he's been in that he's come up the inside of somebody, and he's definitely sussed that out. Ablett was quicker, but Vinnie Ford just with a little bit of smart riding. This is almost certainly going to be a 5-1 to Poole.
Yeah. Yeah. That is all I have to say. I think we knew when the Scunthorpe team got built, it was going to take batterings in heats 13 and 15.
Away from home, like.
Yeah, but with the overall strength of the team, carrying in heats 1 to 12 plus 14, should have been better. But hopefully, like Glasgow on Friday and tonight, hopefully it's just a blip and the riders can go back to Scunny on Friday and gain a bit of confidence.
So the lineup for heat number 13, going off the inside gate in white, is the Little Palm Tree. Gate 2 in red, beaten last time out by Jake Allen, won't be happy with that. Richard Lawson. Gate 3 in yellow for Scunny's Carl Heworth. Only 5 points tonight, not being very good tonight, has he? And off the outside in blue, unbeaten so far, looks completely clear, Tom Brennan. And Mark Palmtoft has got 22 seconds to be at the tapes.
Yeah, but he's there now, isn't he?
As long as he doesn't start gardening. And the riders are now coming down to the tapes. Everyone's ready. Palmtoft's going to run this close. Just there.
He knows what he's doing, does the Little Palm Tree. So Start Marshal then walks away. The tapes has risen, as you'd expect. A very good start from the Pirates pair in there. Both of them get to the back straight first. As you expected, it's going to be a Pirates 5-1. I'm going to write my programme in now. All the action seems to be the two Pirates are racing each other at the front. The Scorpions are racing each other at the back. So, yeah. Tom Brennan's currently winning.
I'll tell you
The
something. Richard Lawson did Tom Brennan absolutely no favours then.
no, 100%. But I think he's now seen that it's Tom that that was there, so he's just let Tom go and go get some chips and win this one because let's be honest, no one's catching him, and he's more than on his way to a full maximum. I think Toft is about giving up at the back. You can write your programs in now for definite. And the tapes have broken.
Oh my god. That's it, 15-minute delay while they fix those.
Oh, if we don't laugh, we'll cry.
I mean, at least you sat on here talking through it, watching it with me. Imagine if you'd have been sat there watching this on your own, you'd have been asleep or watching Monday Night Raw back or something by now to see old Liv.
I'd have been crying. I'd have been crying after about 8:3.
Those tapes have been put on the wrong way up, that's why they're twisted on the inside.
Well, that was a bit silly from the start, Marshalls, wasn't it?
Oh, crikey. The time and result of heat number 13 is for the Red and Blue Tom Brennan, fourth on the spin tonight with a time of 60.32. Second in red, Richard Lawson, and third in yellow, Carl Heworth. And the closest anybody's come to blocking Tom Brennan or heading Tom Brennan there was Richard Lawson.
In it? But yeah, great start though from the Pirate Boys. I think they enjoyed having a little bit of a race with each other until that moment there when Richard just saw that it was Tom there and not one of the Scunny boys, and that's all she wrote. I know Scunny are nigh on unbeatable around the home track, but there's no claw in this back.
23 points at the moment with 2 to go. Heat 14 going off the inside gate in blue is Sam Hagan. Gate 2 in white is Connor Mountain. Gate 3 in red is Zach Cook. And off the outside in yellow, Luke Harrison. I'll be honest, I can't see anything other than a poor 5-1 again here.
Unpopular opinion here. The meeting's won. If I was Neil Middleditch, I'd have given Vinnie Ford this over Sam Hagan.
Yeah, because Sam's had the extra ride for Tobias Thompson withdrawing, hasn't he? Both of them, actually.
Sam's had three non-scoring rides. Vinnie Ford hasn't had a last place.
And the extra 2, couple of races.
And an extra couple of races as well.
May not have done him any harm. I know he's riding at not 100%, but the track time is vital, and it's a full team. You need everybody scoring solid points throughout in the playoffs. So if you've got a chance to give somebody competitive practice,
100%. Apologies, I was just finishing the last of my monster.
You are not sleeping tonight.
Oh, believe me, I will. It don't do anything for me, just monster. I'm just trying to make it through the rest of this meeting. Start Marshall then, he walks away, the tapes rise, away we go. It's a great start there. You'll never believe it. It's the Pirates that are 1-2 again. Zach Cook leads, Sam Hagan second, Connor Mountain third, Harrison at the rear of the field. The Pirates don't even look like they're racing each other. Connor Mountain's closing in on Sam Hagan. He's trying the outside run. Sam Hagan gives him a face full of shale. And it's hard to sort of commentate when races are strung out like this.
Should we just talk about the monster instead?
Yeah, it was nice, and it's a blue one, and it's a mango one, and if anybody knows me, sees me at a meeting near you, please feel free to buy me one from a local convenience shop. Thanks. And since then, you'll be glad to know we're on the last lap of 8:14. Zach Cook's just won it. Sam Hagan's just come second. Connor Mountain's just come third. And Scunny may as well stayed at home.
Connor Mountain, I'll say it again, Connor Mountain's had such a fall from grace since being released by Bellevue. he's just not competitive.
This is going to be a 60-29er, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Jake Allen will be in 15, I'd imagine. I don't know who else you can put it. It'll probably be Jake Allen and Carl Howarth, I'd assume. Against Tom Brennan will want his maximum. Maybe Ben Cook as well. Give Lawson the race off. The result of heat number 14, it was a win for the rider in red, Zach Cook, with a time of 60.68 seconds that we'll never get back. Second in blue was Sam Hagan, and third in white, Connor Mountain. Just awaiting the noms for 15. I think we've both given up at this point, to be honest, so we'll shoot pretty much straight off after this, I think.
Yeah. I mean, your partner's going to murder you because you normally ring her at 9.
Vinnie Ford is not coming out of 15, he's off to the centre green. I'd have given him this race. Tom Brennan looks like he's coming out, he'll want the full maximum, and I don't see anybody beating him for it either.
Just give it to Vinnie Ford and Tobias Thompson. They'll still get a 5-1 and Tobias isn't fully fit.
I think, yeah, Vinnie Ford's stuff's being packed away. I think it'll probably be Tom, and it could be Richard Lawson. It looks like Tom's down at Richard Lawson's pit bay, so could be. It's not Zach. He's took his steel shoe off.
Zach.
Tom's wheels being changed, so it will be Tom. Tobias Thompson's still got an ice pack on his ankle. Yeah, it's Tom and Richard Lawson. Richard Lawson's going in blue by the looks of it, unless he's just, yeah, it's Tom and Richard Lawson. So it's Tom Brennan in red, Richard Lawson in blue. Jake Allen will definitely be one of the Scunny two. I'd imagine Carl Howarth will be the other. There's Jake Allen in white.
Why does his mechanic look like Jacob Hook?
Because it is. Maybe.
That looks like Palm Toft in yellow.
Yep, you're right. It is the old palm tree. I'm surprised by that one, I won't lie to you. And I think Scunny have got choice of gates. Looking at the scores from each gate, I'd expect that they'll go with 1 and 3.
I mean, at this point, that is basically a win for us at the minute.
Yeah, Kyle's packing his stuff away. And he has got Sheffield tomorrow night. You might as well, you know, Mog Palmtoft's not racing. Brummies have got a night off, and Zach's obviously racing tomorrow for Kings Lynn. Lewis Kerr was supposed to be racing for Kings Lynn tomorrow night. If he's injured, then that's a rider out for Kings Lynn. There's an excuse for him to postpone.
Don't give him another excuse.
Oh, well.
Next, though, sir, the foam fence isn't inflating.
Riders are pushing off. And, yeah, it looks like Poole on 2 and 4.
Come on, boys, let's just get this over and done with. Right, please.
For our sanity, for my life.
I'm begging you, please, let's just get this over and done with.
Here comes the palm tree. So the full lineup for Heat 15, going off the inside gate in white, is Jake Allen. Gate 2 in red, Tom Brennan, unbeaten so far. Gate 3 in yellow is Michael Palmtoft, and off the outside in blue, Richard Lawson. The only question that remains to be answered, can Tom Brennan get his first full maximum for Poole? And the Poole graphic is wrong.
Funny.
Alan's just sent me a voice message, so he's alive. Probably telling me how he got on in his STS training meeting.
Has anybody bothered?
My STS team should have meetings without me more often. They won tonight. First win of the season. And took 4 points. They definitely should go without me more often.
Can you give some tips to Scunthorpe when we're away at Poole next?
Long gone are the joys of the trip to Wimborne Road of last season.
Yeah, it's a new season and new riders in each team, and you know, it's arguably for Scunny the two that won the Scorpions the Cup have been the ones that are elsewhere. You sound really, really tired.
I am.
If these all stay on the bikes, in 60-something seconds you could go to sleep. The start marshal walks away. The tapes rides there for heat number 15. It's a very good start for the rider in red there. Tom Brennan. Richard Lawson comes round the outside of both the Scorpions pairing. Easy as you like. Them two could check out for some fish and chips. Pabtoff looks to come round the outside of Richard Lawson. No, it's not even Richard Lawson. It's Tom Brennan. I just thought I'd mix them up just to make it a bit more exciting. But looking at this, unless Richard Lawson massively slows down in the next couple of laps, Tom Brennan's going to seize his full maximum. But easy as you like, 5-1 to...
He does look like he's slowing. Scunny boys definitely are.
Just filthy programming.
Tom suck! Oh!
Oh.
Lawson tried, Tom got all out of shape.
And bang goes his full maximum. Was it Palm Tree third?
I think so. I do think Lawson tried to slow up and let Tom through. Tom just explaining that he caught whatever was out there. Still a paid maximum.
Do the balance nicely. Rob Godfrey will go home happy. He's not had to pay out loads of points. I'll just wait for the time to come through. I'll do the adding up, give you the individual scorers, then we'll wrap up for the evening.
Result of heat number 15 was a win for the rider in blue, Richard Lawson, time 60.59. Second in red, Tom Brennan, and third in yellow, Mark Palmtoft. And Palmer can just do the individual scorers, and then we'll wrap it up for the evening.
So, for the Pirates, they scored 60 points. Richard Lawson 13-1, Tobias Thompson 2-1, Ben Cook 10-1, Zach Cook 8-1, Tom Brennan 14-1, Sam Hagan 7-2, Vinnie Ford 6-1. For the Scorpions, then Michael Palmtoff 6-1, Simon Lambert 3, Jake Allen 7, Connor Mountain 3, Kyle Howarth 6, Nathan Ablett 4-1, Luke Harrison failed to score.
How wrong were we that the Scunny reserves looked stronger?
We look stupid.
It's not the first time, I'm sure it won't be the last time.
But that was a long ass meeting. I've been Stan, he's been Dylan. Thank you for joining us today, and we will see you in a couple of weeks when Dylan gets back off his holiday. Have a very good night and have a pleasant couple of weeks.